Hello, so welcome back to my channel. So I decided to show a recipe. It's something I've made for, on special occasions and stuff. It's called Tuxedo strawberries. They're adorable. They're very easy to make. And since my friend requested them for a gathering we're having today, I thought I would just make a short video and show you guys how to do it. And my daughter has graciously volunteered to help me. And that's her hand. So I'm going to say that what you need is some just semi-sweet chocolate chips, some white chocolate chips. This is what I use anyway. You can use other things, but this is just a black writing gel so you can make the buttons and the bow ties, and a little bit of cooking oil, and of course strawberries. So the first thing that we're going to do, actually, that I have not done yet, is I'm going to rinse all the strawberries and dry them off. So I will be right. Hello. So we have washed and rinsed the strawberries, and I dried them as best I could because you got to make sure they're relatively dry, otherwise the chocolate won't stick. So if my daughter can hand me a bowl, or just put it right here so we can demonstrate. So first you have to do the white chips because that's going to be the shirt. And so we're going to melt these in the microwave. And the best way I have found to do this, I don't know if I can do this in this bowl. Ooh, it's full, but yeah. So, I don't know if I can do this in that bowl though. I was gonna dip them in the bowl. I'll just be careful. It might be a little shallow of a bowl, but what you do is you take just a tiny bit of oil, and not a lot, just a tiny bit like that, probably, when you melt it, because that'll make it mix better. That's what I have read. So I'm going to put these in the microwave for a minute and then stir it, and then probably do it 30 seconds after that until they're melted. Do that right now. So we'll just move these out of the way because we don't need these things yet. And we'll come back. Okay, so we've melted the chips in the microwave. It took about a minute and then 30 seconds, and it was almost melted. It did for about 15 seconds more. And my daughter's demonstrating how liquidy it is, so it came out really good. Okay, so I'll take the spoon because we don't need the spoon anymore. And I'll lick the spoon. Okay, so now I'll demonstrate so that she can do it. These are still a little wet. If they're still wet, just take a paper towel and blot them. Like that. You just want as much moisture off the strawberries as you can. And then some people take the green leaves off. I don't, just because it's an easy way to dip them. So just take it and you go about halfway. I think, I don't know, about there. And you gotta let it drip a little bit. I'm showing you how to do it. Yeah, you just don't. Okay, and then we have already lined a baking sheet with wax paper. So we're just gonna put them on the wax paper. Like so. You line them up like that. So I'm gonna let my daughter do it. If they're too wet, along with this. I got this recipe years and years ago. I would not be able to tell you where I got it. It was from a magazine. But it was just so adorable, so I just decided to try it, and it's been a hit. So make it a little fuller, give it right in. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Just let it drip a little so it takes some of the chocolate off. Good job. So we're going to do a few just to demonstrate, and then we'll show you what they look like when they're all done. We're going to get them all done dipping because I think you do not want to be bored watching us dip tons of strawberries. I wouldn't think so. Otherwise this video will be way too long. I don't have that much room. No, I want to do one. My turn. There we go. Plus, please blot them before because they're still quite wet. Whee! We'll do one more and then we'll come back when they're all done and show you. Just make sure they're spaced. Good job, my daughter. Can you make it a little bit more though? On the, yeah. It's just the shirt's gotta be shown, so. Whee! Good job. And we'll be right back. So we did all the dipping of the ones that we could, and we ran out of the white chocolate. So this is what they look like, and they're firming up pretty nice now, but it's better to put them in the freezer just for a few minutes. I'd say like 5 minutes or less probably will do the trick. So we're gonna stick them in the freezer, and then we'll show you the next step when we're done. Okay, so too bad I'm starting. Don't mind the noise in the background. So as you can see, we have the strawberries back. They're all nice and white and firm. So now we're going to make the chocolate for the tuxedo part, and it's the same deal. Probably for the same amount of time. I don't know, but you just put a little bit of oil, just a tiny bit, so it will mix better in there, and then we'll go put it in the microwave. And remember, it's a minute first. Stir it. Then intervals of 30 seconds until it's all smooth. So we'll be right back. So we melted the chocolate for about the same time as the white. This is a little more thicker, so I'm hoping it will work okay. But I'm gonna give my daughter the spoon. It's her favorite. I'm gonna try to dip these. I do hope it works. I don't know why this is thicker than the white, but I'm gonna make sure it's okay. So you're going to take our first strawberry, oh, not that one. And what you do with the strawberries this time is you make a V. So you go one shoulder, the other shoulder, and you see how it makes a little V, and that is the jacket. So I'm going to put that over here. And because this is so thick, I don't know if I could have added more oil, and that would have made it thinner. I don't know. But anyway, that's the look you want. These may not cover all of my strawberries because how thick it is, but if it doesn't, then we'll just have white chocolate. You can have just white chocolate tuxedos, because then all you got to do is just add the. That one's not as pretty. There we go. You just have to add the, you know, the bow tie and the buttons to it. It'll be fine. So you can try it. You do it like you do one shoulder, second shoulder, and it makes a V. Sort of. Yeah, it's cute though. I'll go for that. And it doesn't drip. But... No. Excuse me. One shoulder, the other shoulder, and it makes a little V. They're not going to be perfect, but who cares? I mean, it's chocolate. People don't care. One shoulder, the other shoulder. See, it makes that little V. Yeah, these don't even drip, so... Shoulder. Alright. Yep, that's perfect. That was cute. Yeah, my concern is not going to cover all of these because it's so thick. But if it doesn't, like I said, you can make white tuxedos, which is fine. I don't think anybody's going to really complain about it. Alright, so we demonstrated. I'll have my daughter demonstrate one more time. And then we'll finish these and get these in the freezer for about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll come back with the last step. That's good. Okay, we'll be right back. So we got these out of the freezer. This is what they look like. Aren't they cute? So the last step is just to add the bow tie and buttons, and we do that with this writing gel. I've already cut the top off it, so I'm going to demonstrate and see if my daughter can do a couple too. So this will be interesting. I'm left-handed. Okay, well, I'm going to take this. Oh, you can't see if I do that. Alright, I'm just going to leave it there. So the bow ties, I do kind of like a crisscross thing. Let's see if I can do it. It's kind of like this, 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 and that. Like that. I think that sort of looks like a bow tie. And then you can add 1 to 3 buttons. I think I'm just going to do 2 since there's not much room here. 1 and 2. And then we are going to put these in the freezer. Hopefully that will, so that's what it looks like. Isn't it cute? So I'm going to put this over here. And I'll let my daughter try one. How about we put it right on here? The bow tie's tricky, but don't use a lot of gel. Yeah, looks like just put one button on. Don't. One button's fine. Okay. Oh, she made a cute. It looks like a tied bow tie. That's cute. Okay. We'll do 2 more demonstrations and we'll finish these, put them in the freezer, and we'll let you see the final result. So once again, it is a little tricky to make these bow ties, but then just try to drag it down here and over here. You know, just try to make the ends fatter than I'm just gonna put 1 button, maybe I'll put 2 buttons, there we go. So there's that, and I'll let you do one more. Put this one over here to dry. That's a good one, Sammy. That's cute. Button 2 is good. That's good. Okay, so I'll do one more just to show you the technique again, so you know. It's just trying to make the ends bigger than the middle. And then you just bring it down and then over here like that. And then kind of just like that. It doesn't look as pretty. But, and then I'm going to add 1 button because that looks like a whole take. Okay, so we're going to finish these up and then we'll come back and show you the finished product. So we got them out of the freezer and they've settled a little bit, and this is the final result. So it was a little tricky with the icing, I have to admit, but if you're more picky and you want them to look prettier, you can take your time. I kind of rushed through this, so I didn't really take my time making them. Like I said, you can be a little more careful when you do it. I also found when I did the bow ties, if you make like a little letter H, that seems to work the best making the bow ties, so you just make a letter H when you do it and that should work. But they're still, I think, you know, and as with all good art, the further away you go, the cuter they are. So yeah, anyway, it's a fun project to do with the kids or whatever, and it doesn't matter necessarily, at least with all my friends, what they look like. They just think they're delicious. So there it is, but they're called Tuxedo strawberries, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, you can like this video and subscribe. I am trying to do videos every week. I have varied videos. I show my hobbies, I do grocery hauls, and I do toy openings sometimes, and crafts and recipes. You just never know what you may find when you come here, so if you subscribe, then you'll find out. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great day. Bye!